Hey Aquarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 28th, 2023. This is for Aquarius. Last shuffle for Aquarius here. All right, so what we have is family and we have courage. Ooh-wee. So your family is highlighting your situation here. There's a need for them to have, they're going to be brave. They're going to be bold. I'm just going to say straight out, it looks like they're going to be really bold. It looks like they're going to, your family is like burdensome or burdened. It's like they're burdened, and so out of the burden of their heart, they may be keeping to themselves, maybe shutting you out. I'm seeing them shut you out a little bit. They need attention. Okay. I would be very cautious in this energy if I were you. Family, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Three of Swords. These people are really hurt. They're upset. They're disappointed. They're holding back from you. They're being brand new. It seems like the Ace of Pentacles is like, I'm acting brand new. They may not even be that. It seems like they're really shutting you out or freezing you out, and they're being grandiose, which Six of Wands is like, look at me, I'm right here, hey, and they're being obvious about holding back from you. This would be some kind of foolishness where you're like, what's going on? And they're like, we can't tell you, loud, instead of changing the subject. There's a graceful way to tell somebody you can't tell them something. And these people might be very dramatic about things. They're very dramatic about their sadness. They may be overtly upset, yelling. This is a lot of in your face. Everybody turn around and look. This is what's going on. And then when you come to see what's going on, they're like, "Oh, we can't tell you." And you're just like, "Why are you crying hard and acting silly or acting this way?" And if you don't want someone to know, then you would just not act any kind of way while I'm there. You know what I mean? Or saying, "I've got to tell you something in front of you." Like, how that goes. Oh man, speaking of that, I got to tell you something. And they look over at you. Yeah, I'll tell you later. It's like, okay, dramatic. So the courage is the Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands. They want a conflict. They're being bold on purpose. They're overwhelmed and they're bold. They're over the top bold, okay? There's something about them doing this as a strategy to provoke a conflict. And so be very cautious with family energy. I think Spirit wants you to know about this because you may be trying to figure out what is the problem here. And it's mostly because they need more attention than you should be giving. Don't give. Don't give it. Stuck energy is the Hanged Man and Page of Cups. Because this is about public recognition and attention. They want it all to themselves. Look at how stingy that is, I want all that attention for me. It's like, and then they're sad, they're using either sadness or disappointment or something here to garner a lot of attention. So don't be the one in this Five of Wands. You see how the action coming off of the Five of Wands, usually this is two people at each other's throats, a conflict, and it seems like they're gonna burden you with some problems that aren't even yours. If you're not careful, their problems could become yours very quickly because they're very bold. But stuck energy either way. Hangman and Page of Cups. They're coming in. They may offer or invite you. That's the thing I'm seeing. Like I'm seeing an imagery of somebody standing in the kitchen, and there's two or more people talking, and they're like, "Oh my gosh! Speaking of which, I got to tell you something." Then they all just gasp and look over at you, and then they're just like, "I'll tell you later." And it's like, and so it looks like they invited you over just for that. They invite you for one thing and then flip it, and it's a whole nother reason. And most of the reason is for drama. There's something they've been planning. Something they need something for dramatic effect. It's almost like they have been wanting to make you feel like an outsider. At least that's what this is looking like. Some of the family members, it doesn't have to be all the family. Certain family members here are being real bold. I would be very cautious. If you feel yourself in this situation, the Spirit is almost asking you not to engage. They want to make you aware of this, though. If you have ever been concerned about this, or like, is this really what that is? And just like me, yeah. Dark thoughts these people are having, or this person, is the Wheel of Fortune and Nine of Pentacles. They have dark thoughts about their independence or their comfort. Things have changed for them, or they know that things will change for them. It's like if they were on easy street doing well at one point, they're not anymore financially, or if they're on easy street now, they won't be, and they're looking far ahead in the future, like, dang, before I know it, I'm not going to have anything. That's it, and so they're in this place, and that is what's causing them to kind of be dramatic at this point. That it seems like they're not able to handle their emotions well, or something here. I'm seeing very emotionally immature people with the Page of Cups. That's somebody who doesn't really have a handle on their emotions yet. They're doing things out of confusion. Like, I don't know. Like, they may feel comfortable. Here's another aspect of this, and I was reading an article about how children treat their mothers versus they treat strangers or their father. And it's like when they get around their father, of course, some children, they may just, they may be very open and crying a lot around their dad. But when they're around everyone in public, they're better behaved most of the time. There's always exceptions to everything. Better behaved. But then when they're around their mother, they're screaming, hollering, passing out, doing the most. And the consensus, or the scientific study was like the child feels so much more comfortable with that person, with the mother. So they know that their mother will always love them, so they can really show their feelings. Whereas everyone else, they're like, well, they're maybes, especially strangers. Those are definite maybes. They want to be liked by the strangers. So that's why I say sometimes with dads too, they do that with their fathers as well. Just, they show their real feelings. But with their mothers, they act a little worse. And the moms are always like, why do they do this with me and nobody else? And it's because they know that you love them, so they can be themselves. They can really show their feelings. And so this is a person also, I want to say, super immature like a child. And so that they do this to you because they know that you care and that you'll be there. So they're going to show their real sadness, like really pour out some emotions that they can't express or really decompress within themselves. So just know that too. This is almost like a confirmation. If you felt like they were super immature, Spirit's showing them as a child, and then gave me that. I remember reading that like a few years ago, and I'm like, oh, that's what it is. They are this way because they are comfortable and comforted in the knowledge that you will be there for them. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Pisces is really strong. You also have Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp. You could be an Aquarius, Pisces cusp. And if you're not dealing with these signs could be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.